Hey, what's up, you guys? It's Tenchijk. How you guys doing? Y'all good? I'm glad. First of all, I want to say a little shout out to Antoine Roux, I think. That's how you say it. He's from France and stuff like that. I talked to him yesterday. Just want to say a little shout out to you. Nice talking to you. And also to Alice, all the way down in Australia. I think she lives in the UK right now, though. But anyways, 5 years from now, alright? 5 years from now. But anyways, on with the video. I want to talk to you guys more about this whole K-pop stuff and symbology, okay? But damn, I received a lot of flack, huh? I received endless mail from K-pop fans like, don't touch K-pop, and they were just like going crazy, man. I understand that, it's your beloved K-pop, and if somebody attacks it, then you feel like you have to defend it and all this kind of stuff. But honestly, I feel that it is foolish to dismiss some truth, okay? Just because you feel that way, all right? I honestly recommend that you go do some research on K-pop and the Illuminati and then see for yourself, you know what I mean? And there were a lot of people who understand that these symbols exist, okay? I actually appreciated that. Okay, fine, we'll get to that point, all right? They asked me this question. It's like, I see that there are Freemason and Illuminati symbols in these videos, all right? It's like the all-seeing eye, the pentagram, Satan's star, all this stuff. It's inside these videos, like in Shine, Narsha's video, B's Rainism, G-Dragon's music video. They all have these symbols in there that you see in American media. Now the question is, how does that affect our life? If you're not religious, does it not affect you? Or, just basically, how would it affect our life? Okay. Now, the easiest way I could explain all this is by using color symbology first. Okay, maybe it'll give you an easier explanation. Now, when you were a kid, you learned colors, right? Blue, green, yellow, orange, red, black, white, all these colors, okay? You didn't know what the colors mean or anything, and sometimes you don't even think colors mean anything. But believe it or not, in the business world, they mean a lot, and they work. They spend millions and millions of dollars on research of what colors work and what colors doesn't, and what colors mean and how the colors make people feel. Okay, our brain's very complicated because it has consciousness and subconsciousness, right? And the business, all these business bastards, they wanna fuck with your subconscious. They don't care much about your consciousness. They want to mess with your subconscious. So blue is universally known as cool, right? Cooling, very cold, chilly. We don't know why, I guess probably because you see the sky and the sky is blue, the ocean is blue, or what have you, and then all the things that are cool happen to be colored blue. So in your mind, you just accept it as such. Nobody taught you that. You just know it, right? Green symbolizes soothing, relaxing, nature. It also helps alleviate depression, nervousness, anxiety because of that certain color. I don't know why. I don't know why certain colors have power, but they do. Yellow, scientists prove that it activates memory. It stimulates the nervous system, right? And it's mentally stimulating. So how would they use the color yellow in our normal life to affect us? Okay, let me give you an example. Since it activates memory, they would put it in a product that you want to eat every day, aka fast food restaurants like McDonald's. Okay, now McDonald's is a fast food restaurant, so they need people to go in and out very quickly, right? So you can't have people just lingering around in your restaurant eating their shit all day, right? So the best way to do is make the place feel uncomfortable as possible. That's why they stimulate the nervous system. They feel very uneasy when they see yellow and red. Those are the colors that make you feel really kind of like, I want to get the hell out of here. Of course, if you're in the playground in the McDonald's, then you could just stay there all day because you're kids, right? For example, let's say you go to an Italian restaurant. They have the very ambient light. They have earthy colors, very comfortable colors. That's why you feel like you should stay there longer. And it's very beneficial to those people working there because the longer you stay there, the more likely that you'll keep ordering wine or you keep ordering desserts. And then it's just better atmosphere and you want to stay there longer. But that's not very beneficial to McDonald's. They need new people in and out every day. So how would they do such a thing? Make the place uncomfortable. They can't, put spikes on the chair. Right? But they make the chairs into really uncomfortable chairs. They put colors to make you kind of feel like I want to get the hell out of here. And it works. And also, you don't want to stay in McDonald's that long anyways. So it all works out. Okay? Another thing. Let's talk about orange for a second. Orange is known to stimulate appetite. Appetite. Okay, orange. That's why you have a lot of fast food restaurants. They put yellow and red together as a combination. Okay. Now I know red's not orange, but yellow and red combines together makes orange subconsciously. Okay, it's not in front of you. If you just see orange in itself, it's not that big of a deal. But if you see yellow and red, it messes with your subconscious, and it really, really works. Okay? And it's known to work throughout the years. You see McDonald's, Burger King, Wendy's, they all have, yellow and orange. Of course, the food itself, advertising, that is what drives people to come, right? But the colors itself adds a little bonus, if you will. For example, if there was two companies just the same, and one was colored yellow and red, and one was just colored some random other color, this company would do a lot better, statistically proven. Okay? Now, just like colors, right? Just like colors, there's a lot of symbols, animals, shapes, whatever's in our life that we saw as a kid. Whether we like to, see it or not, we were just bombarded with these imagery. When we were a child, we were watching TV. And honestly, what do you remember of TV shows back in the days? You really don't remember much. But if you look back at the TV show that you used to watch, then you could, as an adult, you could start seeing like, oh my God, I saw this as a child. There's some fucked up shit in here. There's a lot of bad morals, weird images. There's some sexual references. Flintstones have so much sexual references. All these weird things inside TV. And we were bombarded with all this as a child. We didn't understand any of it. But as we grow older, those started to affect our life. Okay? Now, a symbol that we see a lot is the all-seeing eye. Right? The pyramid with the eyeball on top. This is a symbol that we see freaking everywhere. Seriously, the AOL symbol, also a pyramid in a circle. The CNN with the eyeball is also one. It's on our dollar bill. There is so many places where they have this all-seeing eye. Now, this all-seeing eye is a universal symbol representing spiritual sight, inner vision, higher knowledge, and it has something to do with occultic mysteries, occultic knowledge, or what have you. Okay. Now, the occult, they use these symbols, and they believe that these symbols have power to control people. And of course, this all sounds far-fetched and all this kind of stuff, but they believe in this mysticism. And these are billionaires. These are billionaires, groups of billionaires who have all the power in the world, and they know what works. And another thing is, they don't give a shit about you. You know what I mean? They don't care about you. They don't care about your safety or none of that stuff. Your neighbor don't even give a shit about you. Why would these guys who are rich and they have everything think about us? They don't. And thus, they want to use these symbols everywhere to try to, lack of a better word, enslave us, enslave our minds, make us do whatever they want you to do. Here's the thing. The media has always taught us one thing, okay, constantly, is to trust in yourself. Trust in your knowledge. Don't accept anybody else's words. Only trust in yourself. You see so many commercials, so many movies where they have, like you're a peer, somebody that you look up to. An example would be Sirius Black and Harry Potter, right? And there's like this scene where Sirius Black is having all this emotional talk with Harry Potter, and he's teaching Harry Potter something. But in its essence, he's not teaching just Harry Potter. He's teaching all the kids watching it. Okay? And anything that comes out of his mouth, all these kids are going to swallow up just as is. Okay? And that's the scary part of it. Because if you trust in yourself, it's actually trusting in the media. Of course, it goes as far, and you have to determine how far you want to, take that. But by trusting in yourself, you're taking in all the knowledge that you received as a child. Okay? Because think about all the stuff that you know now. You didn't just born one day and you say, oh, I fucking know everything. It's not like that, right? As you were a child, you were taught these things. And where were we mostly taught from? TV, movies, all these things. Who reads, honestly? Like textbooks. Nobody sits home and reads textbooks all day. They want things, handed to you on a silver platter, which is TV. And when we were a child, we watched it just, comfortably, thinking it doesn't affect us. But now we know better. And that's what I'm trying to tell you, that these symbols do have power. Okay? Now, of course, I don't know how much power it has. But all I know that is very, very fishy. Now, I want to give you guys another thought for a second. All right? Just a thought. Now, back in like the 1940s, right, or 1938-ish, okay, when Hitler was trying to like come up as the Führer. I can't even pronounce that, right? And the Jews were gonna meet their unfortunate, deaths. But before all that, there were few Jewish people that knew of their schemes. Okay, they knew ahead of time. They heard from their sources. They read between the lines. They saw the propaganda for what it was. They realized, what they're saying, this is all fishy. This is some weird shit they're doing. They're using weird symbology. They're using occultic symbols to try to control us. It's weird things going on here. And a lot of people, okay, believe it or not, these people knew about this stuff and they started telling other people about it. Their people. They're like, hey, some shit's going on, man. Something's going on here. This ain't right. And they were warning people. But you know what they did at the time? They said, you're fucking crazy. They wouldn't do anything like that. Who would mass murder all of us? That's so ridiculous. No one would do that kind of stuff. And then many years passed. And those people who had their assumption were saying, dude, now it's getting weirder now. Because they have a more, they're more vigilant. They know what's going on now, right? So they saw things coming before they actually came. You know what they did? They warned people best of their ability, and then they ran away to Israel. Okay? And then many years later, they started handing out freaking little stars on their shoulders. Okay? Or on their arms. And after that, it was too late. You can't revolt after that. There's no organizations. Everybody's too scattered. They don't know what's going on. They're all sheep. And eventually, they all met their death. It's very unfortunate, but that's what happens. And those people who knew the facts, of course, at the time, they felt like, what am I going to do? I can't do anything to stop this. That's the truth of it. You can't do anything to stop it. If they want something done and they have the power to do so, they're going to do it. But if you know ahead of time, if you have prior knowledge of this stuff, you have some sort of choice. You have that extra foothold to do something about it, which is run away, hide, or do something about it. Like those people, they left to Israel. And they lived their life, and I read a book about how they escaped and all this kind of stuff, and they saved a lot of people out there. It's just wonderful things. Now, I'm not saying that this whole Illuminati stuff is like the Holocaust, but it's very similar the way they're moving about. Okay, the same kind of movement that Hitler did, they're using that. Of course, now that they have more technology now, they could make it more easier to fuck with us. It's so much easier to fuck with us now than they did back in those days. They were able to keep it a secret and still pull out their plan. But now they have all the technology in the world. They have all the money in the world. They have everybody in office in check. How much easier would it be now? And also, to run away from all this stuff is also difficult too. But it's just something that you should be aware of and be very vigilant, And I'm not saying be overly paranoid, and I'm not overly paranoid. I really am not, okay? But what I'm trying to do is try to open people's minds just a little bit. Do your own research. Do a little more education, self-education, okay? Not the education that you receive from, your professors or anything like that, but your own. And then try to find the answers for yourself, and you'll realize there are some weird things going on in this world, And of course, there's going to be a lot of people who disagree with me. And I understand that. You guys have your own opinions and stuff like that. But I assure you, I mean this from the bottom of my heart. I've done extensive research to the point where I'm just like, God, how could people not see this stuff? It's not just me, but there are thousands of us out there. And they call us conspiracy theorists. But, those who look for the truth will always have those kind of titles. But like always, the truth will always be the truth. And no matter how hard you want to, go against it and you want to be in denial, the truth will never change, And I hope that through this video, I could challenge you to do some research on this, okay? There's a lot of keywords that you could look up. If you want to know more about how symbols work, look up Freemason symbols or Illuminati symbols, and you'll see the explanations behind these symbols. And when you watch these music videos again, it'll be very clear to you. They're not coincidences. Okay? They use these perfect symbols to make you kind of like zombie, for lack of a better word, right? But anyways, thank you for watching this video. And yeah, good luck on your endeavors. Yeah. All right. Take it easy, guys. Peace.